4 years ago, while visiting a cousin, she told me that because of her work schedule, she could no longer study psychology at a university. They relocated her into the company, and now she had to take more responsibilities. And this forced her to stay late almost every day to solve some issues of great importance in her work. She was very sad, but could not do anything about it, since work is first. And she thought that she will find a way to take the rhythm again, and she will continue with her career. The same day, she told me about the internet and the possibility of starting a career online. I have finished a technical career of 2 years in computer engineering with the aim of learning about repairing and maintenance of computers, and wanted to continue in agreement with another institution with the technological and then professional cycles, because that way the career was going to be cheaper than starting from scratch with an engineering. I thought of using engineering as a tool to look for a better work and have a career that would give me more opportunities at an occupational level, working in a company in the computer engineering and communication area. But from a while ago, while studying at the institute, several students and a teacher told me that I had some facility to explain some topics and that teaching could be a good option for me. I was working in a factory doing a bit of everything, in the office and also in the production area. My boss asked me how I was doing in college, and I told her what my classmates and the teacher said. She also thought it was a good idea. She told me that teaching computer engineering was a very good option for my future. The idea was slowly growing in my mind, and I decided to think seriously about the possibility of teaching. I started by talking with one of the teachers to ask him questions about his work, how he felt, what he liked most, what he liked least, how he prepared the classes, what he thought about his future, if he had really started thinking about being a teacher, or it was just something that happened by accident. I tried to cover everything that corresponded with the idea I had in my head about being a teacher, and try to understand in a better way the motivation that a teacher should have to teach. I continued with my studies, and I graduated 2 years later. When I was going to enroll in another institute to continue the career and technological cycle, I talked to another teacher and told him my idea of teaching. He told me it was a good idea, as long as it was computer engineering or English, that those were the careers that had more future and in which there were more job possibilities, since the education was projected to the computer engineering and to English. In the same week, I spoke again with my cousin, and I told her what I was going to do. She liked the idea a lot, and she told me that she had also thought that teaching was a good opportunity for me, and told me to study English later, which was very important for computer engineering. I told him that I was going to study English in an institute when I finished my technological career. The biggest inconvenience in trying to continue with my studies was the work schedule. In the new institute, I had to enter classes earlier, and I continued with my schedule at work, and it was almost impossible to leave earlier. That discouraged me and made me wonder if I will be able to continue with my studies. I have to find another quick option, so as not to spend a lot of time without studying, so as not to lose my rhythm and motivation. So one day, speaking again with my cousin, she told me that they were teaching English at the UNAD, and that it was an online professional career, and that it was relatively cheap. She suggested that I find out more about it and take this information into account in order to make a final decision, and so I could continue with my studies. There was also the possibility of studying computer engineering, but to me it seemed a very complex career to study online. In the end, I decided to study English online in the internet. It was not easy to start from scratch again, but definitely my schedule did not allow me to continue studying computer engineering. I have always liked English, and in general, the possibility of learning other languages, not to teach, just for the pleasure of learning. But this could be a good opportunity. Learn and then teach. At the beginning, I liked it a lot. Almost all the activities were individual, and each student was responsible for their own grades. There was a balance between exams and papers, and I felt comfortable studying at my own rhythm. But after a year, things changed in the UNAD. Number of students increased a lot, and they decided that the study activities will be in groups to help the tutors to review the papers. I didn't like the change, and I decided to stop studying for a year to look for another alternative. But when I did not find it, I went back to try to finish what I started.